with you.
Glad somebody is.
And we're coming to you live for the final game of the night here at the Rising Sun Showcase. A matchup between the Bella Vista Bears in navy and Arizona Compass in gray. Both teams based out of Arizona, as Addison Patterson tries to make a statement right out of the jump. On the other end, number 1, it's Nganga getting on the board first for Arizona Compass. Now Terry Armstrong, who might win the shoe game award for the night with the pink KDs and the SpongeBob socks, as top-rated sophomore point guard Zion Harmon takes the 3, draws the foul, just about gets it. So Zion Harmon, one of the most talented point guards here on the grind session, only a sophomore, playing with plenty of juniors and seniors and consecutively getting in the mid-20s to 30s with a near triple-double to follow. So gets the first free throw and puts Bella Vista on the board. And the second, and we'll see if he can get the third here. Good for all 3. Bella Vista has the lead, 3-2. So we're here at Glendale Community College, home of the Gauchos, when we had a packed house in here, and still quite a few staying to see this great in-town matchup, as Arizona Compass, the home team, on the scoreboard. 3 ball, Nganga, no good. Rebound by Rick Azanza. Now Zion with the ball. Over to Patterson. Patterson inside to Rick. A little bit of contact. Goes up strong and shoots it strong over the goal. We're headed the other way, Arizona Compass. Zion Harmon on the defense now. And up top,
Tray ball on the way, no good by Carlos Ramsey. I'm Leroy Watson, being joined by Skylar Witt. Skylar jumped in impromptu. We had all kind of roster issues, and I'm still not caught up, but I'm caught up enough to where I can get back on play-by-play. Ricky Sanza off the pass from Zion Harmon. And Skylar, would you agree the energy level is very high on both sides of the ball for this game?
Oh, definitely. And, you know, off that pass right there, you can really tell Zion's starting to get in the groove of being on this team. Starting to see the connections there on the passes and know what his players are doing. Bella Vista turning into a scary team, but Arizona Prep scores on the other end.
Carlos Ramsey in the paint for Arizona Compass. And Skylar, just knowing what we know of these two teams, You would think that maybe it's a mismatch, but Arizona Compass, if they can keep the energy that like they've got now for the entire night, will make a good fight of it.
That's right, and they are playing without Chol tonight.
Yes.
I talked to the coach before. He is sick, I think, with a cold or fever. I'm not sure what she said it was, but so without their big man tonight. So you can now they still have some big guys out on the team, so it's still a solid matchup height-wise. But Arizona Compass completely different right now than they were to start the year. As Terry Armstrong throws it down, the one-hand slam.
Armstrong continues his assaults on the rims. When he goes in for the dunk, he goes in with bad intentions.
And we're starting to see that there's a couple things you can count on here in a Bella Vista game. Terry's going to throw it down. Zion Harmon's going to knock down NBA threes, and Zion's going to find Terry for the oop. Happens every game.
So we got a foul on number 5. That is committed by Carlos Ramsey. That is his first. Team second. Bella Vista with the basketball. And I'm in total agreement. Terry Armstrong wins the shoe game tonight. If you're bold enough to wear some hot pink KDs, you've won the shoe game. Isanza misses. Strong rebound there by Sadrak Nganga. Nganga coast to coast, and he scores it. Nganga decided about around half court he was going to take this all the way. Ricky Sanza called for his first foul. Team first.
You know, we see Coach arguing the call here, but there was quite a bit of body on that one, and that's what led to pushing him out of bounds. But I agree, no contact up top, but all body.
Well, Coach Weaver is doing what a coach has to do. He's got to fight for his players, but that was clearly a foul. If you're only looking at the ball, no, it wasn't a foul, but he got him with the body very heavily. So Nganga misses the free throw. Offensive rebound, but I think we got a push.
Number 21.
21, Lazar Nicic called for that foul. That is his first. Third on Arizona Compass. 12:18 to go in the first half, and Bella Vista up by 1, 7-6. Step back three for Harmon, no good. Rebound Nganga, who is very active right now for Arizona Compass. Stolen in the lane, Zion Harmon. He's pushing in transition. He doesn't have numbers, so 1-on-4 and a 2-on-5.
There might have been some contact there on the other end.
There was.
Zion went down hard. Wide open.
In the lane, it's good. Jalen Anderson. And Scott, I want to go back to something that you mentioned a moment ago. You said Zion Harmon looked like he was really beginning to fit in with this team. And that's not as easy as people think, particularly when you're at school, half the country away for 5 days, and you only get a couple of days every weekend with your squad.
It just shows how much true talent and hard work this kid has and has put in, that he can walk in, coach says, here's this play, do you got it? Instantly in his brain, I got it, they go play. It's insane, the level of athleticism, and the fact that these other 4 on the court with them can adapt to that.
Tray ball, no good by number 24 into the game for Arizona Compass. That is Xavier Dussel. And we got a foul on Nganga. That is his first. Team fourth.
So a good take there by Addison Patterson, drawing the contact. As you hear him saying to Zion right now, I got him. Zion blows right past him. Nice little stutter move off the glass, wide right.
Oh, good. Nice contest by Nicic. Spin in the lane, Jalen Anderson.
Great defense there by Patterson. Gets the steal, knocks it off the player. As Tishmanga is going to come in for Azanza.
Emmanuel Shimanga comes in for Bella Vista, number 25. Shimanga is just a massive human being. That's just all there is to it.
And him and Jimmy Bell had a solid showing the last time we saw him with Azanza being sick. which I don't know if you saw, Jimmy Bell just recently picked up an offer from St. Louis University, the Billikens. So a good offer from him, and they'd be getting a steal if they pick him up as well. So grade
foul
11
on number 11, Takari Fields, into the game for Arizona Compass, his first team 5th.
And inbound pass to the oop to Terry. He got thrown to the ground.
It's good. Carlos Ramsey.
They had to let that one go on the contact because they didn't call it on the other end. And now they're going to call one down here. Terry going for the dunk.
Jalen Anderson, that is his second, team 6th.
So, yeah, that inbounds to Terry. That was I like to give refs the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you don't see it, but Terry went up and just got completely thrown sideways. As Iman's going to pull.
Sertovich, no good. Shimanga, offensive rebound, no good.
They are letting them play a little bit on both ends. There's definitely been some contact.
They definitely are doing that.
As Emmanuel with the rebound, brought up by Armstrong. Bella Vista will have a couple substitutions coming in at the next dead ball.
Brandon Talbot and Sharon Artest have taken their spot at the scorer's table. Basket, good. Carlos Ramsey. Don't know how he had body control well enough to get that one in, but he figured out a way to do it. 12-7, Arizona Compass up by 5.
So they brought the intensity right out of the jump. You know,
yes.
It's been high energy, high electricity. They're keeping it fast.
The question is, can Arizona Compass maintain this for 32 minutes?
Right.
That's the question. If they can, they've got a shot to win this basketball game. Ooh, a lot of contact on that one. Seth Dawson into the lane. A foul committed by Addison Patterson. That is his first, team 2nd. So to the line. Dawson missed it. Literally rolled around the cylinder twice and came out. So Talbot in for Sertovich and Artest in for Patterson. Second free throw by Dawson is good. And the lead is 6, 13-7 for Arizona Compass. Zion Harmon being bothered by Seth Dawson to Shimanga. And a hell ball is forced there by Xavier Dussel.
You know, it kind of looked like Zion got pushed out of bounds when they were calling for that out of bounds there. Then with Emmanuel there, I thought he might have got a little bit of contact before they really grabbed that ball. So, I understand letting some things go, but we also got to keep the game in control as well because things have been going on each end. I haven't seen, is it a 30-second or a full? So 30-second timeout.
I promise you, full 34. Each was said, but it looks like they've given them a 30-second timeout for Kyle Weaver and Bella Vista. And if you're Kyle Weaver, you've got to be concerned that your team is not matching the energy and the aggression of Arizona Compass. They look like they're the highly rated grind session team, and they're just pushing Bella Vista around a little bit here. And it's really very surprising, and I know Kyle Weaver is not happy at all about it. We can tell by the look on his face as he comes out of that timeout.
No, absolutely right here. It's, they're okay with letting things go, but there's some things that just you can't let slide. There's some calls that it can get out of hand, or just straight up your players don't know what to do. You don't know if they just threw you out of bounds, they just did something to you, you're like, okay, well, maybe we have that rhythm or we're allowed to do that. They come down and do it, and it's a foul on them. So it really throws off, players like rules, whether you want to admit it or not.
Absolutely.
You like knowing what to expect. Good pass, and Ganga inside.
Ooh, layup, Carlos Ramsey. Ramsey's got 8 points in the first 7.5 minutes of this contest.
So over half of his team's points right now.
15-7. Arizona Compass by 8. Shimanga playing some give and go with Terry Armstrong. Step back by Artest, no good. And Shimanga tries to save that rebound, but he can't. But good effort by the big man to even come as close as he did to keeping that ball in bounds. Big Jimmy Bell will be coming in at the next dead ball for Bella Vista. Thrown away there by Arizona Compass. So Bell comes in for Shimanga. And Arizona Compass will set up on defense. 8:21 left in the first half. And they are up by 8, 15-7. Jerron Artest being guarded by Nganga. Zion Harmon for 3. He's got 6. That cuts the lead down to 5 points, 15-10.
You know, he shoots that deep 3 about as consistently as I shoot one off the block.
Pretty much.
Usually goes in, rarely miss it. You know, he's insane shooter. You know, he's based out of Marshall County where I live. But every time I pass that high school, you can count on him being out there with his dad shooting.
Terry Armstrong, and he's fouled. Good call. 1-1. Carlos Ramsey. That is the second on Ramsey. That is already the 7th on Arizona Compass. And that's a sure way to get out of rhythm when you're letting your opponent go to the free throw line, stop the clock, and score points. So this is advantage Bella Vista. If you're Arizona Compass, you can't be happy that you piled up this many fouls already.
No, and Bella Vista is a pretty good free throw shooting team as well. You know, outside of the big man, Rick Azanza is one of the most knockdown free throw shooters in that team. But, you know, outside of the other two, some inconsistency, the rest of the team, they don't miss.
Armstrong makes the first. He misses the second.
My fault there for saying that.
You jinxed him. Jalen Anderson with the rebound. Xavier Dussel gets it over to Nichik.
I appreciate the hustle by Bell there, diving on the floor. That's a big boy diving on the floor for that ball.
Armstrong cross court to Zion Harmon. Jumper no good. Rebound Nganga. Now isn't Nganga also a sophomore?
I believe so.
So we've got a couple of the best sophomores in the country on display right here tonight. And Zion Harmon, number 5 in blue. And Sadrak Nganga, number 1 in gray. Nichik, short. Jerron Artest picks up that loose ball. Jerron Artest, the son of Meta World Peace, once upon a time known as Ron Artest.
You know, I heard an interesting fact about Jerron Artest that they left a practice one time, went to the, it was a science center or where it was at Bella Vista, but they were working on a robot. And they gave him about 30 minutes, and he had that robot walking and moving its arms. They said he is one of the smartest kids you'll ever meet.
And they say he wants to major in robotics.
Which you don't hear about too often in basketball.
Shot no good. Bell with the rebound. Armstrong into the lane. Elbow jumper is good. You can't give Armstrong that shot. He'll take it, and he'll make it.
Absolutely not. His game looks like he's in the NBA right now. The way he does the fadeaways, the floating jump shots.
And that elbow jumper, which he very rarely misses, will be a key component of his game moving forward.
Yeah, because you can't prepare for it, or he'll just drive right past you.
Yep. And he can also step out and hit the 3 as well. Nganga off 1 foot, fading away. That's a tough shot. He missed it, missed the rim.
Great defense by Armstrong there, contesting it the whole way back. As Zion thought Talbot was going to cut down to the corner there.
And that's one of those things where not being with his team, A, all year, or B, even every day during the week.
Right.
He's anticipating the way his guys at Marshall County will play. Talbot plays a different way.
So we do get a
full timeout. Arizona Compass with 5 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the first half. And our score is Arizona Prep 15, Arizona Compass 15, Bella Vista 13. We hope you are enjoying day 1 of the Rising Sun Showcase live from Glendale Community College here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined by Skylar Witt on color commentary. We'll be back in a moment. into the game for Arizona Compass. Number 10, we'll have to check and find out who that is for you. He's in the book. I just don't have him. Tray ball, no good. Jalen Anderson. Addison Patterson in transition. He gets it to Terry Armstrong. Armstrong to Brandon Talbot on the left baseline. Back to Armstrong. He's being guarded one-on-one by Xavier Dussel. I like the matchup, but Terry didn't. He gave it over to Zion Harmon. Harmon being guarded by Jalen Anderson. Addison Patterson into the lane to Brandon Talbot. Tray ball, no good. Rebound, Lazar Nichik for Arizona Compass. 15-13, Arizona Compass Prep is still in the lead. This steal was produced by Addison Patterson. Loose ball picked up by Brandon Talbot. Patterson finishes.
Great save by Patterson. That's what he does. He is a driver. He can shoot, but he loves to slash right to that rim. One of the top-ranked Canadian players as well.
That's right. So Bella Vista finally climbs out of the hole and ties this thing up 15 apiece. And Jalen Anderson takes the lead right back for Arizona Compass Prep. They are not going away easily, Skylar. And again, I've just got to wonder how long can they stay going toe-to-toe with Bella Vista?
Yeah, because Bella Vista, as great as they're playing right now, they're not fully clicking on all cylinders like we usually see. So they're still kind of getting in that groove as Talbot comes out now and Junior Garbraw checks in. But I think this might be a game where Addison's driving can really space out that floor because it seems like he's getting wide open lanes, either getting fouled or getting that layup like he just had there. So I know they're excited to have him back. He was at Basketball Without Borders last weekend.
Yes.
So
I heard he did pretty well there.
I did as well. So he gets the first free throw there. And they are now tied.
Not used to seeing Bella Vista work uphill, but that's the position they're in right now because Arizona Compass has been bringing the fight to them. Offensive rebound there by number 10, stolen. Addison Patterson with another steal. Zion Harmon comes out of the scrum with the loose ball. He'll go all the way, no good, and he's fouled.
You know, that's one thing I think Zion doesn't get credit for sometimes. We saw it in Napa. He can really control his game with his body, getting certain people in foul trouble. And the fact that, we mentioned he's a sophomore, he's 5'10", I don't know, depends on.
We'll give him 5'9". How about that?
But the fact that he is that size, going against 6 foot plus, drawing fouls, all that contact, and doesn't have to come out of a game once. I mean, that's impressive.
That's a testament to the incredible physical condition he stays in. His workout regimen and stretching regimen is second to none in the high school ranks. 18-17, Bella Vista with their first lead of the contest with 3:38 left to go in the first half. And Arizona Compass being very deliberate on this possession. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Lazar Nichik, no good. Rebound, Addison Patterson in transition. No one stopped the ball. Patterson gets to Trey, no good.
And that's one maybe you want back, that he's not he can hit them. I'm not saying he can't hit them, but he's not your absolute knockdown shooter in that situation.
Especially off the dribble.
And you just picked up the lead. I think it was 3-2 at one point they had it, but your first lead pretty much since the start of the game. And, you know, run through the motions. You're wearing them out a little bit, I think. There's a nice attempt there. Doesn't get it to fall.
No good. Terry Armstrong in transition where he is so dangerous. Off the window and good. Bank open on a Friday night for Terry Armstrong. That foul on number 10 for Arizona Compass. That is his second, team 10th. So Bella Vista will be in the double bonus for the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds of this half.
I'm not sure how he saw the angle to bank that in.
I don't either. I have no clue how he did. He just did because he's Terry Armstrong. He's Scary Terry. And he completed the three-point play.
And congratulations to him as well. Just received an offer to the Iverson Classic. You know, many felt he was snubbed by McDonald's.
Yes.
So great to see him in the Iverson along with his teammate, Nico Mannion. So, yes, congrats to him.
Layup no good. The tip, Lazar Nichik. It's his first basket of the game. And with 2:22 to go, Bella Vista up 2 now. And Terry Armstrong starting to get in the groove. Carlos Ramsey called for his 3rd foul. So fouls beginning to pile up here, Skylar, for Arizona Compass. And that's part of what I mean when I say how long can they keep up. Now you've got 3 fouls on Jalen Anderson, your starting point guard, and Carlos Ramsey, your starting 2 guard. I know you get 6 for disqualification, but still, that's got to be a point of concern if you are head coach Ray Weathers.
Yeah, and this is the point, too, where as a coach, it's easy to look up at the scoreboard and say, it's 10-2 on fouls. What's going on? But I've talked to referees before that sometimes the team that's playing the most aggressive, they get the calls, you know. It's
right.
Sometimes your guys are just fouling more than the other. That's all there is to it. So it's definitely going in favor of Bella Vista right now.
And Terry Armstrong misses 3 free throws after we just praised them for being an outstanding free throw shooting team.
I started it. I apologize, Terry. It's the handoff, reset up top.
Dawson. Long 3 by Nganga, no good. Offensive rebound, and he is fouled. Foul committed by Addison Patterson.
You know, they had 3 Bella Vista players under the goal and nobody blocked out there, and it went right into the hands of Arizona Compass.
That's the 3rd foul against Bella Vista. I promise you folks, we're going to find out who number 10 is so we don't have to keep calling him number 10. But that's who's at the free throw line right now for Arizona Compass, and he makes the first and missed the second. Jimmy Bell with the defensive rebound for Bella Vista. The lead is 21-20 for the Bella Vista Bears. And I don't know who got called, but somebody got to get called for something there. And that foul is committed by Lazar Nichik. That is his 2nd foul.
Looked like he was pulling on Jimmy, and Jimmy lost his balance, and that's why it seemed like Jimmy might have been called for a foul there.
Right.
Jimmy, definitely a big guy.
Who's another massive human being.
And he's dropped a lot, gotten in better shape this season as well. I know he's still cutting before he makes a commitment for next season. Jimmy's a very, very hard worker as well. Any college that gets him is really going to get a steal, I think.
His best days on the hardwood are ahead of him. He only recently went full-time with basketball. He was a big-time football prospect until his sophomore year. So this is just his 2nd full year
and
concentrating on basketball. And to move his feet that well, and I think we got a 5-second call. They got the big man for the foul. I think you should reward the big man for moving his feet. Give him the 5-second call.
He was playing like a guard right there. Good hustle on the defense.
First foul on Bell, the 4th foul on Bella Vista. And already we're seeing the team fouls even out a little bit. It was 12-2. Now it's 12-4 with 1:24 left in the first half. Nganga into the lane. No. Now the fouls would be 12-5. That's big Jimmy Bell with his 2nd foul in as many possessions. 5 fouls on Bella Vista. And to the line, Sadraka Nganga. He missed the first one. Nganga's energy level has been really good today. Last time we saw him was it Las Vegas or was it Phoenix?
It was Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Yeah, and he was kind of going through the motions that night.
So that was our first look at Chol, I think, since he had come off
yes.
of injury as well. Contested three.
Zion Harmon. And look at Bell hustling to try to save that possession.
And you saw Bella Vista's video guy there jump out of the way quick.
Yes.
That's one of those, if you had Jimmy coming down the paint, are you setting the charge?
No.
I think
and that's notable for me because when I was active as a player, which has been many years ago, I loved taking charges. I would have to think about 3-4 times before I let Jimmy Bell hit me.
You know, I've heard of some coaches that would give kids $5 gift cards for taking the charge in high school and middle school.
Now, in high school or middle school, you're going to give me a gift card and I'm going to take a charge on him? Yeah, I'll do it. But when I take a charge from Jimmy Bell now, no.
You're going to have to pay the medical bills. My back is not what it used to be.
My back, my knees, my shoulders, my hips, none of that.
So Terry Armstrong picks up a foul on the defense.
It's his
Too
first.
much contact.
And that is the 6th on Bella Vista. And the fouls continue to normalize. 12-6 now.
20
Shot
seconds.
no good by Dawson. Shot clock is off. Scary Terry with the ball being guarded by Nganga. So the sophomore will accept the challenge. Scary Terry. Oh, behind the back. Tray ball, no good. Dussel, long three, no good.
But they had time to dribble a little bit there before they got that shot
He
off.
could have gotten one more dribble. He could have. We will go to halftime, and our score is Bella Vista 22, Arizona Compass 21. A lot closer than I thought it would be, Skylar. Probably a lot closer than anyone watching or listening might have thought. But Arizona Compass showed great energy. They were in attack mode from word go on both sides of the ball, and that's a good combination if you want to beat somebody like Bella Vista. What adjustments would you expect Bella Vista to make at halftime?
Yeah, I think Bella Vista, I think they're going to attack more. You know, they've been settling for some threes, which they are known to knock down. But I think they're going to attack more. With the way the fouls worked then, I think you keep going at them, get back into that double bonus quick. They were there halfway into the first half. Now, if you're Arizona or Compass, you got to ease off the fouls. It's the exact opposite. You know, it's I'm sure they felt like they weren't doing as much as they were getting called for. It's part of it, but.
And I'd like to see them milk the shot clock a little bit too, shorten this game.
That's right. You don't want to allow Bella Vista to get in transition at all, because that's where they will get you. And they've done a good job of not getting too much of that going right now.
So we will take a break. We hope you're enjoying day one of the Rising Sun Showcase live from Glendale Community College, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Leroy Watson on play-by-play, joined on color by Skylar Witt. This is a grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports, and we will be back with about 3 minutes to go before halftime and get you ready for the second half. Joe Jones contested. Tyrese Samuel. Armstrong to Jimmy Bell for the dunk. Saved by Isanza to Xavier Armstrong. Lob to Isanza. Stolen, Pierre Cockrell, he gives it to Malik Tidwell in transition. He lobs it off the glass. Armstrong into the lane, lobs it to Ricky Sanza for another jam. Possession, Cockrell with the steal. Lob off the backboard to Kwani. Jumper, no good. Coleman Hawkins with the rebound. Outlets to Pierre Cockrell off the glass to Kwani once again. No good from three.
Newton with a beautiful pass to Sekou Seda Calais. Long rebound. Amar Harvey in transition.
Damian Ball with the slam. And Artest was very handsy there. Definitely wanted the ball as Armstrong booms one. Ball drawn Artest has it. Behind the back inside. Armstrong with the slam.
Front court. Xavier Armstrong. Oh, he bounces it. Ball eastward. Rebound Armstrong. 16-11. Oh! That was beautiful on both sides by and Zion Harmon. But to his credit, even though the crowd is reacting, he gets back in his oh my goodness.
So we're getting close to time to start the second half between Arizona Campus, the Dragons, and the Bella Vista Bears. Our score is Bella Vista 22, Arizona Campus 21. And here's your halftime scoring update. Leading the way for Bella Vista is Scary Terry Armstrong. Armstrong with 8 first half points. Followed closely by Zion Harmon with 7. Addison Patterson finished with 4. And Jimmy Bell scored 1. Arizona Campus is led by Carlos Ramsey with 8 first half points. Sadrakan Ganga, a freshman, we were told, has 5. Jalen Anderson with 4. Lazar Nichik with 2. And 1 each for Seth Dawson and Jaquez Barrow. That's number 10, Jaquez Barrow. And we had the head coach name wrong as well. Arizona Campus is coached by Ed Gibson, G-I-B-S-O-N, Gibson. So we thank the fan who came across, and he was getting text messages from people listening to and or watching the broadcast, and so they were texting him. So thank you for listening and for watching, and thank you for caring enough to help us get it right, because we do take great pride in getting it right here with the grind session. All right, so as we discussed earlier, and I'm being rejoined by Skylar Witt, we would like to see Bella Vista attack more, get downhill more, particularly Addison Patterson and Terry Armstrong. But if you're a fan of Arizona Campus, we'd like to see them shorten the game. Like to see them get a little bit deeper into the shot clock before they take attempts. All right, so the basketball will belong to, it should belong to Bella Vista, I believe. And yes, ball belongs to Bella Vista to start the second half. The arrow, possession arrow, will go to Arizona Compass. Terry Armstrong and Zion Harmon into the front court. Addison Patterson, and there we go. That's exactly what we were saying we wanted, Skylar. Patterson gets downhill, lobs it to Isanza. Isanza gets his first basket on a dunk.
They kind of turned their backs on Isanza, and he was wide open with that pass.
And Patterson couldn't go wrong. He had an easy shot in the lane, or he can make the pass. He chose the pass. Harmon, no good. Ricky Sanza with a strong rebound. Addison Patterson, and that foul committed by number 35, Seth Dawson. That is his first, team's first. And Skylar, I'm seeing Ricky Sanza being aggressive on both ends of the floor, on the defensive glass and attacking the rim. He didn't start this contest, and at halftime he didn't look very happy with his limited role. He is changing that in a big way here in the first couple of minutes of the second half.
That's right. And right there, I think both of those guys, offense and defense, could have been called for a foul when Patterson had the ball. There's a lot of hands going on right there. Got to shoot. Iman puts it up.
No good. Rebound, Nichik. I like Nichik. Good frame. Plays hard. I don't know what class he is, but he can help somebody at the collegiate level.
Corner three, no
Nichik,
good.
No good. Addison Patterson with the rebound. Now, just for GP, I would have liked to have seen Isanza grab that and then hand it off to Patterson, just to keep himself in that aggressive mindset. He ought to think every ball coming off that rim belongs to him. Step back three, Zion Harmon. It looked good from the moment it left his hand.
All net on that one. That was beautiful. The power, guys that step back and shoot fadeaways, the way they just make that so smooth blows my mind. It's all repetition.
Yep.
As the fadeaway
Xavier
off the
Dussel
glass.
off the glass.
Same thing I'm talking about. The fadeaway, to have the power on a fadeaway and then put it off the glass with finesse, it's impressive. These are high schoolers. Some of the best high schoolers in the country.
27-23. And palming. How rarely do we see that call, Skylar? When you could call it every play.
Right. Which I think on that one was more of he was trying to pass and then had to catch it because his man wasn't where he thought he was going to be. But you really could. I've heard some refs talking about players going to be getting called for a lot of them in college. And I would think it'd be the other way.
Than they do here.
That's where I was confused about the statement. But
the tray ball is good. Carlos Ramsey, he's got 11. And that cuts the deficit down to 1, 27-26. Arizona Compass still not going away, Skylar.
No, the fight in Arizona Compass right now has been huge. A step back three for Sertovich.
And he just cannot get going right now. But, folks, if he does get going, he's not going to hit you just 1 or 2. He's going to hit 4 or 5.
And it could be on consecutive possessions.
Yes, we have seen that from Iman Sertovich. Bella Vista with the basketball. 13:08 left to go in the contest and clinging to a 1-point lead, 27-26.
Zion had the screen. Step back.
Oh, free throw line jumper is good.
He created 4 foot of space there off that step back. That's so insane. Great pass.
Oh, Sanza erases that one.
SWAT party. Good kick to the wing.
Tray ball on the way. No good by Carlos Ramsey. Addison Patterson into the front court, into the lane. Patterson is in attack mode right now.
You know, he usually is, but tonight more so, and he does have lanes available. Or right there, he had that contact waiting where you either have to bump me or I'm getting by you. And in this case, he draws the foul. 2-0 on the fouls right now.
And Carlos Ramsey called for his 4th foul of the evening.
So 2 to go, but we got 12 and a half to go in the game.
It's a long time to nurse 2 fouls. So Coach Ed Gibson has got to consider what he wants to do now with Carlos Ramsey. Floater no good by Zion Harmon. And the other way in transition, Seth Dawson with the layup. That's his first made basket of the evening. He's got 3.
And no hustle back there by Bella Vista. It was a wide open layup.
And Terry Armstrong was basically just looking at the kid. But I guess that was his plan. Okay, I'll let you have this one, but I'm going to make up for it on the other end.
Go.
Free throw line jumper good by scary Terry Armstrong. He's got 10.
So a screen by Ganga. He's going to call it off.
Jalen Anderson, reverse layup over Ricky Sanza.
It reversed. Man,
wow.
That was nice.
What a
take.
basket.
Yeah, great take.
31-30, Bella Vista Prep by 1. Terry Armstrong into the lane, spins. He gets it up, no good. Xavier Dussel comes down with the loose ball. He gets it to Ngonga. Oh, what good hands by Addison Patterson. He raked the ball off Ngonga's arm. And so Bella Vista with the ball.
I believe that's the second time tonight Patterson has blocked it and gotten it to go off the defender. So great hustle on the defensive end.
And Skylar, I just found out I'm not the only one who likes Lazar Nichik. Apparently Loyola Marymount likes him so much they've secured a verbal commitment from him.
Wow.
And I can see him playing really well, and that's the Big Sky, isn't it?
That's correct. So another
We've got a foul on Addison, on Takari Fields, his second. Team 3rd.
So Jimmy Bell doing some work inside. They skip to Addison. Shot clock running out.
6 seconds. Sertovich step back tray. Woo! He made it.
Quick release on that 3
You've
on the
got
side
to watch
step.
him. Once he makes one, he's going to be looking to take some more.
He sees red once that goes in.
Yep. And he showed his now trademark 3-point symbol. Now, when he's just flashing it into the air, he's okay, but he's been known to flash it in opponents' faces, and he's gotten a couple of texts on that.
I wish they'd let some of that go. You know,
True.
If you did want me to do it, stop me.
Jalen Anderson being guarded by Sertovich. He'll pick up a screen from Gunga. He dribbles it off his leg, picked up by Addison Patterson.
A lot of contact there.
As we mentioned earlier, they're letting some stuff go. Patterson into the lane, blocked by Takari Fields. Fields knocks it out of bounds. Bella Vista with 14 seconds left on the shot clock will get another opportunity. Carlos Ramsey back into the contest for Arizona Compass, replacing Seth Dawson. Jimmy Bell backs into the paint. Reverse layup is good.
Wow.
Big Jimmy Bell with his first made basket of the evening. The other way, Xavier Dussel pushing in transition.
And I will agree that Jimmy and Terry both were straight up, but their legs were moving. Straight up, you got to be standing still or go straight up and down. Land in the same spot you jumped from. If you walk with them, straight up doesn't matter.
Yep. A foul committed by Jimmy Bell, his third, team first. And Dussel.
You know, Nganga has been a little bit quiet this half compared to the first, which
Yes.
we now learn he's a freshman, which still some things you would expect from a freshman, but he has been great up to this point. And I look to see him come on here at some point in the final 9.5.
Well, they need him. That's clear.
Said doing good to trail by 4. Skip to Terry.
Tray ball on the way. It's good. Terry Armstrong showing the whole package. He's got 13. Stolen, Zion Harmon. Ill-advised jump pass in the lane. Harmon into the paint, and he gets hammered. He took a hard shot there from Takari Fields. Not dirty by any means, but it was hard nevertheless.
And you know, Zion's still not 100% healthy from
The
where
groin
he
strain.
tweaked his foot, his groin, and where he's tweaked his foot. You know,
Oh, I forgot about his foot.
before he joined Bella Vista, even. You know, it's playing through the pain because he wants to be on the court that bad.
And Harmon makes the first free throw. That gives Bella Vista their largest lead of the contest so far, 8 points, 40-32. And Harmon misses the second. Nganga with the rebound. Seth Dawson near the jump circle, guarded by Addison Patterson. Jalen Anderson. Nganga. Nichik, rather.
Wow, what a pass.
Oh, beautiful pass. Nichik short-armed the shot. Down 8. Zion with the shot fake. Drills a pass down to Jimmy Bell. Bell blocked by Nichik. Stolen by Harmon. Stolen back by Nichik. All alone is Nganga, and Carlos Ramsey just threw it over his head.
Quite a few strings of turnovers right there. It's like turnover, 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 turnover. Ends up with Bella Vista on the ball.
Yes.
Hey.
So we've got a 30-second timeout called by Coach Ed Gibson and Arizona Compass. They've got 3 timeouts left. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go. And Skylar, this is a dangerous time if you're Arizona Compass. You've been fighting hard. You've been staying in this thing, hanging around. Now Bella Vista is getting a little separation. And what I sometimes see is sometimes teams lose their will to win. They lose their belief that they can stay with this team, and then you can see the runaway.
And, you know, sometimes on the opposite, once you start to pull away a little bit, you can see a true team compared to everyone else if they continue to. So you get a little too comfortable sometimes. You got a lead, you change that. Maybe I'll take this 3 instead of passing it one more time. Or, you know, it kind of changes your mindset when you're on top. So I'm interested to see how both teams respond to these final 8 minutes. This is a big, probably next 3 or 4 minutes are really game deciding here.
This is where this game will be won or lost, right here. And keep in mind, folks, 8-point lead is far from insurmountable. It's really nothing with the 3-point shot. It's a 3-possession game.
And here in the grind session, everybody on the floor is an elite talent. So anybody capable of changing this game. And Zion draws a lot of contact. They're going to say it's
Ball
last
comes off
touch
his
by
leg. Which it did come off his leg. But as you said, there was quite a bit of contact before that, and Zion was hoping to get a call. 7:50 to go in the contest, and we got an offensive foul. Offensive foul committed by Takari Fields. That is his 4th, team 5th. So the fouls are not piling up quite as quickly as they did in the first half, but still, you've got 5 on Arizona Compass compared to just 2 on Bella Vista. dribbles it out of bounds.
So, you know, one thing I can tell that's affecting this game is the refs are letting more go on the guards than they are in the paint. So a lot of guards, they're not used to defenders getting away with that much contact on your arms and on the ball, and it's really getting the ball out of the guard's hands a lot quicker.
Solon, Terry Armstrong, here comes the dunk show. Oh, my.
Whew.
Scary Terry doing what he does.
He about touched his ankles. He went so far back on that one.
He's got 15. And that's 2 highlight reel dunks from Terry Armstrong tonight.
I always wonder how guys don't break their hands dunking like that.
That's a good question. Carlos Ramsey misses the 12-footer. Addison Patterson comes back the other way. Solon, Terry Armstrong, here comes the dunk show by Gunga. My. And the ball comes off of Addison Patterson. So the freshman showing life on the defensive end of the floor. Now, if he'll get that offense back in gear, he could be a big help to Arizona Compass as they try to cut into this lead, which has swelled to 10, 42-32. 6-0 run by Bella Vista right now. Terry Armstrong, that is his 2nd foul, team's 3rd.
So a little bit of talking here going by Arizona Compass here.
And I don't know about you, Skylar. I'm a strong believer in letting sleeping dogs lie. I'm a strong believer in not poking a bear in the eye. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. It just happened that way.
So we're going to get a...
Ramsey got his 5th foul. That's huge.
So one more and he is out. There's still 6.5.
And he leads that team in scoring right now with 11 points so far on the night.
Oh, Terry Armstrong was wide open underneath the goal. They didn't see him.
Zion missed it. Rebound. Seth Dawson. Solon. Terry Armstrong. 3-on-3. Zion Harmon misses the corner jumper. Carlos Ramsey.
You know, Jerron Artest really stepped up in these recent weeks on his defense.
Yes, he has.
You can put him on the best player regardless of size, and he is affecting their game.
Woo! Look at Emmanuel Shamanga say no, sir. An emphatic block shot there on the baseline.
So not in my paint.
Not tonight.
So as we mentioned earlier, him and Bell both have really stepped up their play these last few weeks.
They have. Good timing as well with the international championships, the Grind Session International Championships, just 1 week away. Stolen by Jerron Artest. Terry Armstrong in the lane. It's good.
Impressive that went in after all the contact he just drew.
Foul committed by number 35, Seth Dawson. That is his 2nd. And team's 7th.
So now Talbot in for Addison Patterson. Talbot, another one of their 3-point weapons.
Oh, yes.
And Bowling Green, he had a game. So he's always another.
5 threes in the first half.
That's the scary thing about Bella Vista, is you can't just let off on one individual player because they all do something.
Jalen Anderson, no good. Rebound, Zion Harmon. He'll pull up here, but rather he decided to pass it down low.
Last touched by Arizona Compass.
So the ball will remain with Bella Vista. 5:05 left in the contest. And the Bears up by 12, 44-32.
I think you said, you know, at halftime, Arizona Compass needs to settle into the shot clock a little more.
Yes.
Let it get moving. They've been taking some quick shots here lately.
Yes, they have.
And that's at Bella Vista. We said, don't let them get in transition. As a turnover on the
Gunga with the
pass.
steal.
Good look. But the shot's just not falling.
Terry Armstrong's going to go all the way.
Holy moly. Terry Armstrong.
Armstrong is
And a
special
steal.
talent. Steal by Terry Armstrong, and he demands the basketball back.
He is on
He's
a
feeling
roll.
it now.
They can, Arizona Compass cannot afford him
No.
to get into Scary Terry mode.
He's got 19 right now.
And I've been really worried about these goals all day anyway.
Oh.
He had that thing rocking.
Zion Harmon into the lane.
Oh, my goodness.
Kisses it off the glass.
Bella Vista with the timeout.
Leading by 16, their largest bulge of the game. And Coach Kyle Weaver will call a full timeout. So we'll take a break in the action here as well with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the contest. And our score, Bella Vista 48, Arizona Compass 32. We hope you're enjoying day one of the Rising Sun Showcase live from Glendale Community College in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Leroy Watson for Skylar Witt on color. It's a grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports, and we will be back in a moment. .406 left to go in the game, and Bella Vista has broken this thing open. 48-32. Does Arizona Compass have a rally left in them? Ganga into the lane. He is fouled.
A little shaken up on it, too.
There were 3 guys down there. Let's see who they gave it to. They gave it to Jerron Artest.
So it might have been a gut shot there. I can't really tell at the moment.
I don't know.
Holding his leg, I think.
Oh, that's not a good sign. That is the first foul on Artest, the 4th foul on Bella Vista this half. I think he probably landed on the outside of that knee, and that knee is tender. That's what I would think. I didn't see enough contact there to think he really is seriously injured. But I'm sure it's, yeah, you can tell by the way he's walking, he's feeling it. So sometimes when you land right on the outside of that knee on the floor, it'll hurt and make you think you're hurt worse than you are.
Right.
Make you think you're injured worse than you really are.
They're not going to risk it now. They'll give him a quick breather. And
he'll probably be back around the 2-minute mark. And they might even try to call a timeout in between to give him a little extra time.
block, Zion Harmon.
Zion Harmon has been very active on defense tonight. If there is a chink in his armor, and that's a big if, perhaps it's on the defensive side, but he has been stellar defensively tonight.
He does a good job of reading where he thinks you're going to pass and cuts it off. Terry's done a great job of that tonight as well.
Jerron Artest with his second foul in as many possessions. That's the 5th foul on Bella Vista. Jalen Anderson makes the first. Anderson has been quiet. He is one of their primary scorers. And he missed the second free throw. He's only got 7 points tonight.
So Patterson hands it off to Zion. So he'll set up the offense screen coming from Talbot.
And Talbot is open there. Oh, Nietzsche. What a play.
Wide open.
Tray ball. Jalen Anderson. And so the lead now is 15. No, it's 12. There we go. 48-36. Zion from the volleyball line, nothing but cotton.
Oh my goodness.
That's unfair.
That's got to be hard coaching a team that you have a guy that makes those more than he misses them, because you know your heart stops every time he puts it up.
Jalen Anderson shot no good. Brandon Talbot with the rebound.
That was going to be a nice behind-the-back pass, too.
Foul on Seth Dawson. That is his third, team 8th.
Oh, the PA had to shout
So,
him out
yes,
there with the
yes.
Scary Terry.
That is one of the better nicknames in the country. Addison Patterson makes the first.
As Ngonga back in the game, 2:40 to go. 16-point deficit. Gonna need to score on just about every possession now.
Yes. And they've got to get some stops. And instead, Jerron Artest gets an offensive rebound on the missed free throw, and that drives coaches crazy when that happens.
There was 4 defenders and Jerron Artest in there.
And somehow he comes away with the ball. Look at Zion Harmon, almost created the steal. And then he got a little handsy. That's an easy call to make. Just his first foul.
Patterson was ready for a highlight reel of his own on the other end.
Seth Dawson being guarded by Artest. Xavier Dussel for 3, nothing but cotton. 52-39, 2 minutes to go in the contest. From the jump circle, Harmon nearly made that. That was not far from being perfect.
This is 13 points, 2 minutes. I mean, they're still in this.
Yes.
And you heard Coach Weaver yell, say, "Come on now, you know we're not there." Oh,
Lob
what a
to Terry
pass.
Armstrong. They let Terry Armstrong go back door, and he punished them for it.
Zion jumped the lane there. Wide open in
Trey
the
ball.
corner.
Carlos Ramsey, no good. Nichik.
And stolen.
Wow, look at Carlos Ramsey with that steal.
So Emmanuel dove on it too. I mean, they're hustle.
You have got to admire the effort from both of these teams. Win, lose, or draw, no matter what the margin of victory or defeat, they are playing their hearts out right now, and I'm loving it myself.
It's my favorite part of the grind session. No matter the score, who it is, elite talent, elite effort.
They keep coming.
That's why you get out over 100 D1 players a year. Switch hands
Addison
there.
Patterson. He's been a little quiet. He's got 7 tonight. Dawson, no good.
Addison did have a few key passes there on some drives to set up the big men. He's still impacting the game.
40 seconds left in the contest.
As stolen there.
Stolen away by Jalen Anderson. Xavier Dussel, tray ball, no good.
So they can just dribble it out here, which
26
soon will
seconds to
happen.
go.
So it looks like they're not going to get too up close on it. Just let it go.
Yep. And no fouls.
Not sure why he's shooting
Not either.
there with score the way it is.
And that'll do it. Bella Vista puts in a scrappy second half. And our final score, Bella Vista 56, Arizona Compass 39. And our player of the game, Scary Terry Armstrong, Armstrong with 21 points, 2 rebounds, 4 steals, 8 for 11 from the floor. So Armstrong is getting himself into peak postseason condition heading into the Grind Session International Championship. So we'll have a word with Armstrong before we get out of here tonight. All right, so congratulations to Scary Terry Armstrong and Bella Vista. You guys really had to fight out there tonight. Arizona Compass had high energy. They were giving it as well as they got on both sides of the ball. Yeah. There was a moment in time about midway the second half. It looked like you guys decided, okay, it's time to break them. What was the discussion like at halftime and in the huddles as you guys were trying to figure out how to make some room between you and Arizona?
Beginning, it was a tough game. You know, coming in, we knew they were going to fight to the end, and coach just told us to keep playing. And turns out we got the win.
So tonight, your stat line: 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, a steal, 8 for 11 from the floor. And you also picked up a couple of days ago an invitation to the Iverson All-Star Showcase. So it looks like you're getting yourself prepared for the postseason. Do you think you're in postseason form now?
Yeah, I think so. I think no, coming from the McDonald's game, since that I've been on a tear. As
Absolutely.
You say,
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna just keep working, and keep competing.
So next week, you guys will have one of the top 4 seeds at the Grind Session International Championships. What's it going to take for you guys to get 4 W's in 4 nights and pull that off?
I think defense. You know, really listening to coach and locking in on defense is really going to help us get the win.
Well, it also helps when you got Zion Harmon pulling up from the volleyball line, nothing but cotton. Talk about what he adds, because he really looks like he's getting locked in and he's starting to gel with his teammates.
He has point guard. He can score, he can pass it, and it just really take a lot off me and Addie, and he really helps.
All right, so 56-39 is our final. Congratulations again, Terry. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening. Yeah, you've got one of the late games.
Yeah.
But congratulations, and can't wait to see how the championships turn out next week as well.
Thank you.
All right.